Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Deez. This is my workshop. This is going to be a channel update video. Channel updates and just some information really about what the channel's about and where we're going from here. This is mostly for the new subscribers, and I just want to give everybody a channel update and what we're all about here at Deez Workshop. But I did want to go ahead and make this a kind of a midweek video. I haven't done a whole lot of. I haven't done two videos a week for a long time, but I might start throwing some more out there now that we're nearing the end of the summer. It's actually Labor Day weekend, so for any of you, hope you're enjoying your Labor Day weekend. I'm going to get this video posted here pretty quick. It'll probably be after the weekend, but it should be very close to Labor Day. But I wanted to go ahead and get some information out there about the channel. We've got a lot of new subscribers from the beginning of time when I started this thing 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. And I wanted to just state what this channel's about. I want everybody to remember, this channel is about somebody who started with knowing nothing about hobby machining. I just had an interest in it. I didn't grow up in a shop. I'm not an apprentice. I didn't work in a machine shop. I actually do something completely different for my career, and I needed an outlet for something to get my mind off of my job and just occupy my time and give me some satisfaction outside of everything else going on in life. And so I turned to hobby machining. I thought maybe I'll be interested in that. The reason that I'm talking about this right now is I want everybody to understand, some of the videos posts I'm getting on some of these videos are bad. I have to delete some of them. I guess that's the nature of the internet. Most of you guys out there are fantastic. You're helpful. I love this community. You guys are great. I've met some great people. Now I have some great friends from this. But there are some posts out there, they just don't get it. They don't understand. They're hateful comments. Really doesn't matter. I try to leave some of that stuff out there so everybody can make their own opinion about it. But some of the stuff, I just delete it. But the point is, I don't know. I didn't know I wanted to do this as a hobby. I just had an interest in it. So I didn't want to spend $5 grand or more on a big old honking lathe. I don't have the space for it, for one. But I didn't want to buy a higher quality or more expensive lathe when I first started this thing and spend $5 grand on it. I didn't know if I'd take to it. So the money that I spent to get into this hobby was within my budget. I set a budget for myself, and it was worth it to me to spend between $500 and $700 was what my original budget was, $500 to $750, and I ended up going on the higher end of that because I wanted some of the features that came with this lathe that I bought. I liked the big spindle bore. I liked some of the other features. It was a little bit bigger of a lathe, so that's the direction I went. But I was at a point in my life where I was also okay with buying it, using it a little, and just having it, and then it turning into nothing. Well, I ended up purchasing it. It showed up, and then I thought, you know what? At the time I struggled to find a lot of information about the mini lathes. There's a lot of information about mini lathes, don't get me wrong, but the information that I was looking for were close-up shots of a lot of the components, some newbie type details. I didn't know all the terminology and all that. I just knew it was a hunk of metal that did a thing that spun and all that. So the perspective of my videos came from that. I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just record this, and the unboxing. It arrived. I thought, I'll just record this, I'll unbox it, and I'll share it with everybody, and we'll see how things go. So I didn't know where that would go from there, but I thought I will share this so other people could maybe find this channel and it might be helpful. I really didn't plan on doing a whole lot of videos. I just thought I'll share a few videos, big deal. The whole YouTube thing, you have to have a bunch of subscribers before you can even monetize. I wasn't looking to make money on YouTube or anything, and I'm still not making money on YouTube, but the journey started, where I was like, okay, I'll post, well, let me go ahead and post not just this one video, but I'll post 3 or 4 or 6. Let me finish this series. I'll unbox it, get it set up, and I'll post several videos. Maybe that'll help somebody. I didn't do it for me. I did it for other people in the same situation, wanting to get in the hobby. And then I kind of just kept going. You know, I was like, okay, well, let me turn some metal. So I got a bolt, put it in there, and I just turned down a bolt. But that's the whole point, right? I went through this from somebody that didn't know anything. The terminology was bad. It was atrocious. So many of you were very patient with your comments. I could tell you're like cringing at my videos. The early videos are cringe-worthy. But that's why I'm talking to you about this. If you go back, if you want to see a person's journey from not knowing anything from year one, from day one, until 2 years later, watch my videos in sequence. Some of them are boring. I also was learning how to edit videos and create content on YouTube. Some was pretty awful. But what you're going to see is somebody who started not knowing anything at all, learned as they went, listened to the community that was posting, and had an open mind about it all in order to learn as quickly as he could. I have a lot more to learn. I don't know that you could ever learn everything about this. There's so many aspects to machining that I've discovered throughout this journey that, you know, I just keep going. I enjoy it. This has been a great thing for me to get into. So I wanted to just share that. I know that's probably long-winded, but for all those new folks out there, maybe you've only watched a few of my videos, if you happen to catch this one, that's what this channel's about. It continues to be about that. I'm not Adam Booth, I'm not Keith Rucker, I'm not Curtis, and I'm not Artisan Makes. These guys are really good. I'm not this old Tony. This is a hobby machinist that didn't know anything from the beginning, who is where he's at 2 years later, still continuing to learn. So thank you to all of you who have been sticking with me and following along, commenting, helping me out all the way to this point. But that is the point of this channel. So if you're watching now, rather than post something negative about how I'm doing everything wrong, maybe give me a little bit of encouragement, keep me going, and I certainly love all the advice. You're welcome to put some advice out there, but kind of go easy on me. Some of these comments are pretty rough sometimes. I guess I need to continue to thicken my skin if I'm going to keep posting these videos. The next update that I wanted to give you is I've got a lot of ideas for videos and content coming up. The summer has been, the last few weeks have been just terrible. It's been so hot. You can't come out here. You can probably hear the AC in the background. That was a shop upgrade this year. I've actually been able to get out here a little bit more this summer. I apologize for the humming in the background with this air conditioner, but I wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for that. And when I turn it off, immediately start drenching with sweat. So it's either listen to that in the background during the really hot, humid summer months, or we don't do any content at all. And I want to be out here. I want to do stuff. So that's an unfortunate thing, but it is what it is. That's what we have until this fall, and we're really close. Again, this is Labor Day weekend. We're really close to having some cooler weather. Won't hear that mess in the background, and we can keep going. That leads me into some of the projects that we have coming up. Recently, with some of the past videos, we've had some new subscribers, some commenters. I met Aaron Kohler from, he works with Model Engines. He's Indiana Model Engine shows coming up in October. If you're over in that area, go check it out. He's a great guy. He's been talking to me about model engines and things. I was aware of model engines, Stirling engines, that kind of thing. I just hadn't really researched them. I had thought someday maybe I'll get a kit that's got a cast set and I could do some milling and things like that. I still might someday. But he turned me on to this model engine. He started sharing these plans, and there's this entire world of model engine making that I didn't even know existed. And he shared a few plans with me that I think I can tackle. And one of the upcoming projects that I'm going to work on is a finger engine. Really, it's just it's a moving flywheel that is powered by your finger, right? So you push it and it just continues to spin, and you can put probably a little generator or something on it, power a light bulb. And it's really, to me, I think it's an entry-level model engine that I think I can tackle. The cool thing is I'm set up with to be able to make this stuff in my machine shop. I've got a mill, I've got a lathe, I've got everything I need to raw stock. I've got everything I need to make something like that. And that could be my first step into model engine making. And the model engine making is more about being able to use and learn and hone my skills with the mill and the lathe. That's really my passion, is the mill and the lathe, doing machining. Making a model engine just lets me use those machines, and then we have a nice cool product at the end. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and who knows where that'll take me. That could take me into a whole new world of projects and different things to work on. I had someone else contact me, and I've been emailing him, and I'm really fascinated by this, but I think it's a little out of my league right now, but it's locomotives. I know Blondie's got this whole series on making a model like Kozar or Cozy or whatever. She's making a locomotive. It's impressive, really, but there's a lot of aluminum silver soldering and a lot of things that my skills aren't up to that yet. I don't think I could make a locomotive, a steam engine. That seems like something it's fascinating to me, but I'm not sure I could tackle that. Maybe there's much more I believe there's simpler versions of that kind of stuff that I can handle. Maybe I'll start with like a Stirling engine or something someday, but for now, it's just an interest of mine. It's not something I'm gonna plan to attack or tackle anytime soon, but I am interested in it. The other projects that I have, I've got some more shop-made tools that I want to work on. I've got a few ideas. I want to try to anodize again, but I'm waiting for it to cool off. It's just been too humid out here to mess around with that. I need to leave the doors and stuff open. But I did get a DC power supply so I can control my current better. I'm going to look at cleaning my parts better. And I'm hoping to get a better outcome with anodizing. So that'll be anodizing part 2 sometime this fall. Another project that I thought about working on, I've got that new face mill. I want to make an arbor for that. I did buy an arbor, but I want to make one, a straight shank arbor for that, just because I can. I have the materials. I think it'll be a fun project. Always something to work on. I love shop-made tools. I've got some crocus cloth that my dad gave me. I'm going to use that to continue working on lapping and finishing of some of my metal parts. He told me that with that crocus cloth you can really get a shiny finish on some of your metals on your lathe. So I'm going to be working with that. So we'll be doing some more metrology and lapping. So look forward to some of that stuff. And then finally I'll probably be making, well, not finally, but I'll be making, I want to make some thick 45-degree angle blocks. I don't have any 45-degree angle blocks, but I do have angle blocks that I can add up to 45 degrees. But the problem, I think a 45-degree set for use in the mill vise will let me just kind of set something in there, set it on an angle so I can do some milling across on the y-axis in order to cut some 90-degree angles in different material. I think it'll be a pretty useful tool, and rather than buy them, I thought maybe I'll try to make them. It's kind of interesting. I was toying around with some different setups. I think I might try to use Joe Pye's fixture plate that I purchased in order to set that up to where I can get the 45-degree angle. There'll be a video on that. I'm not sure. I haven't started that one. We'll see when that comes out. I was just playing around with maybe some setups, but that one will be a fun little project. And I got all kinds of other ideas in the hopper. So that brings me to the close of this video. This is really just a shop update video. I wanted to mention again that I have memberships open if you wanted to support the channel. I'm not begging for money. I'm not begging for memberships. Please don't think that my content is worth paying for. I'm humbled that there's that many of you that just subscribed and watch every week. Thank you all. But special thank you to Richard and Michael for subscribing. I can't thank you enough for wanting to help me out with this channel, continue to grow, continue to obtain materials and share content with everybody. I hope you all find it valuable. If you want to help out the channel, like I said, there's memberships available, or you can email me and just let me know how you want to help out. Again, I'm not begging for anything. I just appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for subscribing. and I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you.